Hello. My hair is terrible. Oh my goodness. I need to get a hat. Um, is the audio working? Get a hat. I think it's working. Cool. Ha- No! I don't know if it was said. Let's go. It's game time. Let's go. Hey, Avs. Oh, okay. You're fine. You're welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. This is a safe space. It's fine as in my audio is fine. Okay, you can have your opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Oh, okay. Western Conference final. Man, it's crazy. I can't believe we're here. I am going to go get a hat real quick. I'm leaving the audio on. Whee! Gonna bust this one out. I almost tripped. Let's go. Hello. Welcome. And we are at puck drop. That's crazy. Okay, the Western Conference final. 5 times in 9 years. Hannafin behind the net. Sends it up. Vegas in transition. Eichel up to shot and save from Dorofiev. Oh, hair and audio is fine. Thanks. My hair was not fine. It's a mess. I need a haircut. Huge game. Game one. Not only because it's game one, but also the Colorado Avalanche do not have Cale Makar on the ice today, which is a huge blow to them. They he's one of the, if not the best, top two defensemen in the league, and he's injured and he was playing hurt and all that jazz. But um, we really gotta tighten this up and take advantage of a McCarless Avalanche. Vegas creates a turnover. Eichel was surrounded by Avs players. They'll just grab the puck back and go. In transition, Mac on the attack sends it back. Shot wide or blocked out. Theodore up to Barbashev. Barbashev's trying to shovel it in. Avs take back possession. Guys, this is awesome. Hockey is so fun, isn't it? Shot from the point. It's blocked over into the corner. That's Brock Nelson along the boards. Sends it back to the point, and it's out of the zone. Kulak, I believe. I'm still getting used to the Avs numbers. Lehkonen. Lehkonen's playing. 35 block shots, tied for second in the NHL. Shea Theodore in the playoffs. Number one is Mike Matheson on Montreal. He's been a monster in this playoff. Shea Theodore has. Oh, behind the net, Coughlin gets shoved by Kadri. Nichushkin. Kadri still has it. Sends it out back to the point. Shot. Blocked. Kadri has it. I think that got through. Nichushkin. Back to the point. Manson. Nichushkin. Hutton and Coughlin. Coughlin comes away with it. Vegas gets possession. Hurdle. Haircut, shaved. Hopefully 8 more wins away. Yeah. Doing a whole, what's that guy? Drury. Hannafin sends it back for Anderson. He's just out of his reach. Parker Kelly pounces on it, sends it all the way around. Big hit and icing. No icing. O'Connor up to Kelly, and Colorado bats it out. Uh-oh. Oh, Hart plays it. Landeskog. Yes, 8 more wins away. Here comes McKinnon. Landeskog sends it back to the point. Tays. It's loose, but knocked out of harm's way by McNabb. Dorothea behind the net. Drops it for Theodore. Thunder. Oh, man. Okay. Apparently, there's a thunderstorm in my area. I just found out, so hopefully my power stays on. Shot. Nick Waugh blocked. Howden. Theodore scales it around. Colorado maintains possession. Nelson. Shot. Save. Can't get out. Manson. Shot. Swallowed up by Hart. Ooh, pressure early from Colorado. They're saying shots are only 2-1. I don't know. Who scores first? Who do you think scores first? Player and team. 15:55 left in the first. Set up to do a face-off. Dowd versus Kadri, it looks like. Kadri wins it. Back to the point. Ooh, there's a spill. Dowd gets it out. Kolazar! Oh, he's blanked. Wow, that chance happened out of seemingly nowhere. But it's Kolazar on a breakaway. You're not expecting to score those. It's just exciting to watch. Hannafin, Dowd, blocked. Anderson keeps it in. Hi. Go back to bed, please. There is a thunderstorm.
But there's a thunderstorm. It's rain.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pray.
Okay. Do you want a hug?
Yeah, because I'm gonna take a breath.
Okay. Good job taking a breath. Love you. I am currently by myself. Kids are asleep or should be. But that's fun. They will be staying up and watching game 2 on Friday with me. Nietzsche pulls up, sends it back. Carlson slaps it out into the neutral zone. And they'll go for a change. Nick Waugh scores first is who you have. Anyone else on the breakaway rip? Yeah. Man, I love Nick Waugh. I really hope he doesn't have a good series. Burns sends it around. Parker Kelly tries to feed it to Logan O'Connor, who gets shoved into the boards by Sissons. McNabb gets it loose, but Kelly pounces on it. Back to the point, and it's loose. Burns could not handle the pass. Cole Smith, here's the fourth line. Sissons, Smith, shot, and it's no, that's Hurdle. I don't know why I thought that was Smith. Wow, that, and there's a hold. Sod 5 years ago was super effective for the Colorado Avalanche when they played each other in the second round. He scored so many goals that playoffs. He scored 7 in 10 games. It was insane the run that he was on. He scored, I think, goals in 3 straight. He had, granted, 2 of them absolutely should not have gone in past Fleury. One of them was just a stinker that he whiffed on the shot and it trickled in 5 hole. And then the other one was there was a second left in the period. There's a turnover in the neutral zone, and Flurry with his glove hand reaches over to try to grab it, and it just went it like terrible goals that were allowed, but Sod found a way to score in like 3 straight games. So you're hoping for that. I don't know what he's doing that Torts has him on his like hey list for good stuff, but I I think that's the biggest question mark. I really would love to hear why they're going with Sod over Riley Smith because that seems to be the question permeating throughout the fan base is why um, Brandon Sod over Riley Smith because like everyone's asking that. They're not really going to get an answer from Torts whether it's because he shows up or not. Got to shake those nerves out. It feels like it's been forever since round 2. And I mean, for pretty much every team except for Montreal, it has. Um, and then we have ESPN's broadcast. So much fun. It really feels like both teams are just kind of still feeling each other out, you know? Oh, Dorofiev, I think, whiffed on that, and then he sent it on, and it's still loose. Eichel and tried to force a pass. The Avalanche will intercept it. I didn't even. I look up and I see that we have a scoring opportunity. Nietzsche will collect it in the corner in Colorado's zone. Vegas back to collect. Noah Hannafin. Nick Waugh. Arturi Lehkonen. Puck is tied up. It gets out. Howden tries to feed it to Marner. Couldn't get it to him. The Avs cycle it back down deep. Lehkonen behind the net. Muscles away McNabb. William Karlsson tries to get there. He gets hit. Avs still with possession. Brock Nelson swallowed up by Hart. And we're going to get a whistle. Back out into the slot, and no one's really able to settle it down. Offensive zone face-off for Colorado. Vegas wins. Anderson, the thing is not going. And whistles, blown dead, play. Hand pass? High stick? Played with high stick? Dowd wins face-off so well, in fact, that it goes all the way back through 2 lines back to the goaltender. It's in the neutral zone. Kadri has the puck at neutral ice. We'll get it deep. Hutton back to collect it. We'll get hit by Nichushkin. It gets up to Kolazar. Cole Smith. Kadri will collect in the defensive zone. Josh Manson. Parker Kelly was helped to the ice by Anderson. And they're fighting for the puck. How are we already almost halfway through the first? This game is flown by. Brandon Saad gets it up to Sissons. Sissons back for Saad. He got stick checked by Brent Burns. Good call. Hooking. Vegas will go to the power play. Power play. I need to make that smaller. Great. That's great. Let's go. Power play. I need to get that out of frame. I don't need that in. It's still in frame. That's okay. Nichushkin hops on it. It's not out of the zone yet, but now Colorado will take it. Hi, how are you doing today? I'm doing good, Alex. How are you? Theodore with the puck sends it up for Marner in the defensive zone. Marner sends it back to Theodore, who will send it back to Marner. Enters the offensive zone. Up to Dorofiev. Theodore at the point sends it over to Eichel. Eichel will spin with it. Pulls up, sends it back to the point. Theodore, Eichel, Marner. And it's broken up. Devin Tays will not be able to clear, and now it's cleared. Colorado, #1 penalty kill during the regular season, I guess. Hurdle, Hannafin, Marner, Dorofiev. Hurdle gets it to Eichel. Dorofiev whiffed. Ah, okay. It's okay. 40 seconds left on the power play. Yeah, I don't know what Torts has against Riley Smith. Anderson drops it for Howden. Second power play unit's out there. Hannafin will shovel it deep. It's played by Tays, who gets it out. There's a whistle, though. They're saying he played it with a high stick, so that's a whistle, and Vegas will play it in the offensive zone. Interesting. I don't know. Not in the offensive zone. It's in the neutral zone. Howden on the dot versus Nelson. Nelson will win it, but Barbashev immediately hopped in over there. Anderson. Josh Manson lays a hit on Carlson, who gets it over to Nichushkin, and it's cleared. Hart will leave it for Hannafin. That will pretty much do it for Vegas' power play. And there it is. Burns has the puck, and he'll feather it in as they all go for a change. Bad power play, also good PK. Need to take advantage of that 78% for the, yeah. Landeskog. Sissons backhands it to Danger. McNabb versus Landeskog. McNabb wins the puck battle, and it's played out off the glass. Not a play. Oh, let's go Golden Knights. Brother won 3 gold medals, Special Olympics, Utah track. Hey, that's awesome. That's really, really cool. Did you hear that? I would not be surprised if my kids came back out. Oh, boy. That would be my preferred. Golden Knights versus the Hurricanes. That's what I would want. I would also be okay with the Golden Knights Habs final. Maybe get redemption from 2021, but I would not be surprised with really anything at this point. Obviously, the most likely thing is Colorado, Carolina, right? But we're really going to see how much rest plays a factor for the Carolina Habs series. And then for this one, I mean, the Avs technically had 1 day less rest, right? But like, no, 1 day more rest. Man, what short attention span do I have? Marner sends it back for Howden. Back to the point. Theodore sends it on, swallowed up. Eichel Bowl bracket died. Yeah, no, I thought that would have been cool. I don't know. It's really hard to know the difference because like the thing I don't understand still is why they boo him every time he touches the puck still, even though it's been 4.5, 5 years since the trade. Like I understand they still don't like him, although a lot of Sabres fans that I've seen, not like most of them, the vocal majority, which is why the booing still happens, but a lot of them have said like it wasn't Eichel's fault. And they blamed management and all that jazz and understood that he wanted the surgery and stuff, but like Barbashev shot wide. McNabb It's broken up. Good jump by Lehkonen to read that pass. Still got a ton of nervous energy. But it would have been really fun still. And Buffalo's atmosphere is electric. Like they always have been. The league is a better league when Buffalo's in the playoffs. But like Marner sends it up to the slot. Carlson, Marner. Hannafin sends it back. Howden. And turnover. Ross Colton. Game ones tend to me not really matter a ton when it comes to determining how a series is going to go, right? Obviously, there was the swamping of the Stars in game one from the Wild in that series. There was the swamping 5 years ago of Colorado versus Vegas. Marner, blocker safe from Wedgwood. Offensive zone draw for the Avs. Landeskog will win it. Back to the point, Burns. Nietzsche has it. Manson took a tumble by himself at the point. He'll go back and collect it in the defensive zone. Vegas will go for a change. Burns off the glass. Offsides or a penalty? Hand pass? Off? I don't know. Oh, boy. Good game so far. It's been the problem is the Kings and Avs series from the first round. A lot of close games on the scoreboard, but Colorado was never hurting there in their games with them, and so we don't know. I know Vegas and LA play a similar-ish style with very like tight defensively focused games, but like what you see from VGK, yeah, I we got to convert on those chances. Not converting on those chances is going to hurt us. The Kolozar breakaway, um, Dorofiev whiffing on that pass that went through his legs. Vegas has got to make those chances matter a lot more. That's something that has been common with them once they get to this point, which is why, despite the fact that we've been to this is our fifth Western Conference final, we've only like won two of the four, right? Are against both Dallas and Montreal. The two losses that we have in the conference finals, our offense just dried up, right? So I seriously, yeah. Well, the thing is Vegas's hate is just rampant. Obviously, like we've won so much, and Anaheim and Utah, I don't think we're as good as Minnesota was, and Colorado dismantled Minnesota after Minnesota went seven against the Stars. So if you want to make the argument of like, facing weaker opponents or stronger opponents sets you up for failure in the next round, then discrediting. I don't know why you at all discredit the teams that you face in general. Minnesota was 100% weak down the middle. Their wingers were insane, but like Center depth is usually the thing that matters most. Cole Smith in the slot shot, missed the net, I think. I don't know. Burns. Cole Smith almost took a tumble, sends it up to Dowd, who gets it to Coughlin on the point. He just flings it back deep. Burns shovels it out. Here comes Logan O'Connor. He pulls up. Shot off the post. Okay. Ben Hutton shoveled back deep. Well, Lehkonen, offsides. Nick Waugh, offsides. Logan O'Connor versus Ben Hutton. He beat him, he beat Hart, couldn't beat the post. Yeesh. One of the most beautiful sounds in the world is the ping off the bar. Oh, it just scratches an itch that I can't even tell you where that itch started. But it's so good. And in that case, beneficial for Vegas. Noah Hannafin gets it deep. Manson sends it up. Anderson intercepts it in the neutral zone. Manson drops it for Tays. They're loading up. Dorofeev stutter step on Landeskog. Barbashev will just tip it in. McKinnon. But yeah, the Pacific Division this year definitely a lot softer than pretty much every other division in the league, right? I mean, the Metro's kind of suspect too, but we're not going to hear that because their number one team, the Canes, finished second in the league, right? Wedgwood pounced on it. He had to be aware. And Kadri will beat Ben Hutton to the puck. It's loose. Marner grabs it up to Carlson. It's opened up a little bit as both teams, Colorado seems to have gotten a little bit more comfortable. And it's frozen by Hart. I have not seen Petro at all, and maybe he's not allowed to work in the media because he's still technically under contract as a player. I don't know. That's some of the minute details of stuff. I haven't heard from Carey Price either, right? And maybe once his contract dries up, he's allowed to work a little bit more if he wants to. He also has a full plate with his 4 kids at home, 3 of them triplets, right? And might just be focusing on taking care of his body, rehabbing it so that he's able to be there for them as much as he can be, after hard miles on his body from years of playing the type of game that he played in the NHL. But yeah, the disrespect to Anaheim and Utah has been immense. Hart made the save. Dowd is swinging at Parker Kelly. The game has picked up a little bit for Colorado, especially. Logan O'Connor forces a turnover, tries to do it himself by trying to backhand it over Hart's pad. Can't quite do it. Hannafin shoves it underneath him, and Hart will lay down on top of the puck. Um, I did drink water today. I need to drink more, actually. I went and I ran a 5K. Wow, just immediately started back up with play. Landeskog, it's blocked again. Howden will just shovel it to the neutral zone. Landeskog back to get it. McNabb, Hurdle, and Colorado keeps possession over to no one in particular. Marner the other way. Tried to get it to Hurdle, but it's intercepted. Here comes Kulak the other way. I think the problem is Vegas hasn't really faced anybody that the league considers an actual contender. Even though a bunch of people like were picking Utah and Anaheim as underdog picks, which they both are good. I think Utah and Anaheim, good teams. They have a lot of speed and they played with it very well before Vegas kind of figured out a way to shut them down in the last couple of games. And Colorado is more of the same, except they also have the grit and playoff experience that the other two teams did not. But like the Colorado is a fast team, so the Vegas has been ramping up basically in difficulty, if you want to think of it that way. Um, and oh geez, Barbashev took him down. That's a penalty. Oh, okay. Time for Colorado's power play. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. It's almost the end of the first period in Game One of the Western Conference Final. That's insane. The Capital won 1 minute to go in the period. All that jazz. Malinsky is skating with it. McNabb shoves him to the ice. Malinsky has the puck. It's still technically a cross check. Yeah, I understand why the ref made that call. Alrighty. Vegas's penalty kill. Needs to get to work. Can't get it out. That's not going to help. Landeskog. Taves on the point. Quarterback. Sends it up to Nietzsche. Back to Taves on the point. Nietzsche on the left. Shot save. Hart. Oh, okay. Vegas' goalie's found a rhythm recently. Obviously, he saw stinkers of games, but Vegas gets possession of it. McNabb will clear it. 30 seconds left in the period. Sometimes the way that the penalty they specifically call is really interesting, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I understand him making a call there and then just kind of scrambling to be like, all right, well, what can I call that? Because like what he did wasn't okay, but I don't really know what it was. I don't know. I understand why he made the call. Wow, what a save from Hart. Kadri's upset. We have Wes McCauley. That explains it. He had both hands. If anything, right, I agree. Back check. Yeah, I don't know. Or cross check, back check. McNabb punched him. He kind of like he leaned into that. Kadri did. He definitely like embellished that. Um, it's the playoffs. After whistle stuff is going to happen. If the league wants to call it and change the way they have been calling it, okay, great. I'm on board as long as it's both ways. That's all I really care about. No score at the end of the first. Um, there's so much that I would love talking about regarding all of this, but overall, I'm impressed by Vegas's first period so far. It does seem like Colorado settled in a little bit and have taken control of the play for the last 5-ish minutes. So, that being said, Vegas has got their work cut out for them, man. Like they've got to figure this out, and they are the underdogs, deservedly so, in the series. Colorado is a beast. They have to figure a way to tame the beast. Colorado without McCarr, we're without Stone, who is arguably more important. I know Cale McCarr, number one defenseman. Colorado, I don't know. I can see the argument either way. Maybe equal importance. Mark Stone skated with scratches today, which is the first time he skated since he got injured, which is maybe a good sign. But at the same time, he was hurt against Montreal. He played, he was ineffective. He was hurt against Dallas, even though he scored that first goal after coming back from LTIR in game one, Mr. Game One. He was hurt, and he played all series hurt. He scored that first goal. It was a tip in, and they're like, "Oh, of course, Mr. Game One." Um, I don't know. Got a lot of stuff to do, and Vegas needs to tighten up their game a little bit, and they need to capitalize on their chances. Colorado is a good team. They're not going to give you much. You got to take it, and you got to work with it. I have to, right? I'm on Twitter, or X or whatever, to keep up with updates regarding the team, to make sure I know what's going on, so that I can be here and talk in an informed manner, right? That is the only reason I downloaded that app back in 2021. That's the only reason, or 2020, I guess. It's the only reason. Let me double check, so I'm saying factual statements. Um, I created this account back in August of 2020. So right before during the playoffs of the bubble. The only reason I do it is for the updates. Vegas is hated on social media. It is insane how hated they are. And the inability from other fan bases to have a rational conversation, which is all I try to do. All I try to do is talk about it in a way that doesn't, like, obviously I admit my bias. I admit that I'm a Vegas fan, right? And so I'm going to have an inherent biases, but I try to talk about it objectively because, again, I'm a hockey fan first. I say that all the time. It's hard because they don't care, and they're all anonymous. The ones that call you slurs and say horrendous stuff, and it's a cesspool of garbage that I sift through. And I stopped replying to certain things. I had this rule where it's like, if you have less than 100 followers, I don't really reply to you, because most of the time it's just garbage. And I call people out on it too. I'm like, hey, like, I said a take, you insulted me, and I'm still talking to you, but like, yeah, like I can't take your argument seriously if you're not able to be objective, because most people, they assume we're not objective because we're Vegas fans, and so we have that fandom. They are not objective because they think all Vegas fans suck because the organization sucks or whatever. It's so bad. Um, the team subreddit, I don't know. I'm not on Reddit very much either, or when I am, it's very like scrolling and just not all paying attention. The one subreddit that I actually look at somewhat regularly is the hockey jerseys collector, the hockey jerseys subreddit, because they usually inform me that there are deals, and so I look at that point. It is entertainment. Let's see. The things that I posted there have been mostly like met with criticism from non-fans, and then like a lot of people, I feel like, appreciate my takes on stuff. Like for example, the Pacific Division is the worst in hockey, as a reason to why Vegas has been to 5 of the last 9 Western Conference Finals, is a legitimate take that I've seen. And I said it's not a valid argument because we've beaten five Pacific teams in division, like five Pacific teams in playoff series. We've beaten eight Central teams. And then the argument that is heard that I've seen, they're talking about this year, genius. Yes, it does. Lol, you come out of the weakest division in hockey to get the matchup against worse teams more frequently. And I'm just like, the Pacific doesn't count. The Jets, Hawks, Utah doesn't count. Four good series wins total in the West. And like, guys, we beat wildcard teams. Aren't we great? From a 15-year-old. And I'm like, dude, I remember being pretty stupid at 15, but like, because of the anonymity, because of the way that people are nowadays with social media and just everything being on at all times, they say so much dumb stuff that has very little consequence because they don't think people are actually going to follow through, that you would never say face to face, even though this coming up generation is starting to. And it's insane the level of disrespect from a bunch of keyboard, like, not okay. I don't, not the political context of it, but the keyboard warriors that just say a bunch of stuff that they don't really care about, right? Um, the main hockey guys on notification. I the main people that I look at. I have Elliot Friedman, my notifications on for him, and I have the Henderson Silver Knights because the Gold Knights Twitter account I also don't vibe with a ton. I feel like ever since they posted the Tomsy Womsy, I like tweet. I was, I don't know, man. But I follow the Henderson account because it helps me keep track of players going up and down, which usually helps me keep track of like injuries and stuff. But that's it. And then I don't know. Entertainment at this point, you gotta take it that way, right? And like, you can't take it seriously. I don't like being the villain of the league. I hate it because people literally cannot have an objective conversation with you. Which, if there's any fans of other teams in here right now, I seriously would love to talk about anything. I think what I want to do is unfortunately post on that website and ask for your a hot take regarding the Vegas Golden Knights that I will argue against, just to, because people click that up. And I legitimately think that me talking about it from an objective standpoint is still going to be met with criticism, but like, I would be able to, I don't know, ground it a little bit more, especially because unfortunately the Vegas fans that are on Twitter are very loud and always posting in the other teams like pages, accounts, or whatever, when Vegas wins and all that jazz. And I don't know. I try to be, um, for lack of a better word, peacemaker when it comes to that. Just my take on it. The downvote system just discourages anything Vegas related. That's unfortunate. Yeah, yeah. And there's gems of other fan bases, like a Sabres fan who posts, "Hey, like, I'm a Sabres fan. I totally get it with the Vegas stuff, and I kind of root for them." They will get upvotes, right? Like, they'll have positive interactions, but any Vegas fan is the exact opposite. It's insane to me. Anyway, hockey jersey subreddit, $30 monitor, Toronto or Vegas? That's awesome. I got mine for more than that, so hey, that's a steal. I did want the flip side jersey because that is my favorite Toronto jersey. Not the inside. I never flip it out, but like the black with the numbers that are white outline that are still black, and the way the details on the crest are fantastic. Pacific Division have come out of the West last 3 years. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, and if you look at, it was specifically the Frank Saravalli tweet that had, if you look at this graph, that has the last time each team has made the conference finals. Like, it's just crazy how Vegas has been so dominant and has kept the Pacific out of the conference finals for the past 9 years. And then it's like, yeah, but like, that whole division's been crap ever since they came in, which is just not true. It's not. And whatever. Let's see. Vegas conference finals, year 1, year 3, right? And we were first in the division. We won the play-in round, not the play-in round, but like the round robin. So we had the top seed there, and then the cup run 2020 we made it to the conference final against the Stars. 2021 conference finals where we were not first in the division on a technicality because the Avs had more regulation wins than us, right? And then the cup we won the division. So this being the fifth time and we won the division. When we are a wild card team, we're out early, I guess. So like when we face the toughest competition in the conference, we're out earlier. I don't know. I understand why the Pacific Division was negatively looked upon this season, but like I don't know. Another thing I posted is that the last time Montreal made the Final Four, they eliminated Vegas to advance to the finals after Vegas beat Colorado. So if Vegas wins against Colorado and Montreal wins, they will face each other in the final, and Vegas can flip the script and beat Montreal there. And that's fun. But then there's also some gems. They hate us because they hate us. We win all the time. And as a fan of sports for all my life, the teams that always won, I hated. Are you kidding me? The Patriots, the Alabama Crimson Tide, the Yankees were winning back when I was watching baseball regularly. Um, Teams that won all the time, they suck, right? And Vegas, being as successful as they have been in their first 9 years, I 100% agree with why, or with the fact that we are hated. The part that loses me is that they blame it on a bunch of stuff that is just not true. They say that we are the league's favorite, despite the fact that we just got fined $100,000 and a second round pick for a media failure, despite the fact that other teams have done worse stuff and have not been fined draft picks, even though it was basically like not the same situation, not at all, but like it wasn't an on the ice play or reason or whatever. Um, and then I don't even know what I was saying. That was out. Um, they blame us for the Fleury trade still and how we treated him on the way out, despite the fact that yes, they're ruthless when it comes to trading away fan favorites and players that are would be loyal. But like every team does it. The amount of turnover between Vegas and any other team in the league is the exact same. If not, I did a video on this where over the 6 years that Vegas joined the league to when they won the cup, there was only 6 members. I do the sign language 6 because this is 3, this is 6. 6 members that were the same, right? And they're like, that's so little. They are not loyal at all to their day oneers. That was the sixth highest in the league in that time span. The Panthers had 2 from 2020. Anyway, forgot that Montreal won the West that year. Yeah, they were on the Clarence Campbell Trophy. So much fun at Eastern Conference team. Yeah, that whole year it was fooey. Colorado and Vegas tied in points. Vegas had more wins. They had 40 wins. Colorado only had 39. But because Vegas had 9, they went 9-0 in overtime. They won every game in overtime in the regular season, and they beat the Sharks 8 times. Eight no. The Avs had the regulation win tiebreaker, so that's fun. Seattle fan today who commented, Vegas fans think they hit a triple, but they were just placed on third revision. Yes, exactly. And then they argue that Vegas and Seattle did not have the same rules, which they did. There is a technicality that I will agree with and concede is that GMs were smarter during that time, except they weren't. because I'm sure some of them would have made deals, but Ron Francis went into it saying, hey, any deals starting with a first and a third, no one's going to do that. Uh, I- and they could have made some wild choices that they didn't end up making. I like legitimately, I don't think they did the expansion draft well. The one that gets criticized, like they could have had Tarasenko from the Blues. I actually agree with the Dunn pick, but um, yeah, no, I like GMs. I think were not as willing to do deals because of Vegas, and so some of them probably smartened up. But it was the exact same rules. They could have picked a bunch of different people that they didn't, and they whiffed on most of their choices. And they were gifted the second overall draft pick in their inaugural year, whereas Vegas got sixth. I don't know, man. I have thoughts, and um, it's not Vegas's fault that other GMs were stupid. And even after other GMs were stupid in the expansion draft, Vegas still was projected to finish last. Oh man, I knew the Vegas Golden Knights were going to be bad, but I didn't think this bad. And then as the season happened, they started winning, and they're like, yeah, well, every team wins. And then it kept going, and they're like, yeah, but like they're gonna run out, right? They're just riding the high from going after the tragedy and all that jazz. They didn't stop winning. Oh, it's the playoffs now against the experienced Kings, and like none of this roster has playoffs like history at all, except for James Neal. The Panthers trade with Smith and Marshy was crazy, man. Yeah, I just I cannot understand the Red Rocks amphitheater. That's cool. I want to go there. Oh, getting ready for the second reset time. People who say Vegas was gifted a super team didn't read all the stuff about how they were predicted to be dead last in the league. And then you show them this, and they do not care. They will not accept any new evidence because their minds cannot be changed. Because they're not being objective, they're not going into it in good faith for an argument. They just believe they're right. They will not be convinced that they're wrong, even when evidence is presented the otherwise. Which, as a scientist who got a degree in molecular biology, that goes against everything about the way that the world works. And so if you want to just like as soon as they are unwilling to change their position, which I talked to with I went into a conversation with somebody on Twitter back and forth, and I like called them out for calling me insults and whatnot. And I was like, hey dude, like would you at all change your mind if I showed you anything? And they never responded to that, and they kept questioning me, and I'm like, okay, got it, you're not going to at all be in this argument in good faith. I'm not responding anymore. I will have a good faith argument with anyone about any topic. It is just impossible for many NHL fans to do so when it comes to the Vegas Golden Knights. Anyway, we're starting the second period. Colorado has about a minute left on their power play. Nietzsche's into the zone, drops it for Kadri. Kadri waits for someone to pull up. Couldn't find anybody because he was the furthest deep. Nietzsche sends it over to McKinnon. McKinnon back to Landeskog. Back to the point, Taves. McKinnon. Vegas cannot clear. Taves keeps it in. Kadri's being hounded by McNabb. And Theodore cannot get it out. Taves, Nietzsche, McKinnon. Colorado's passing is crisp. Taves, back to McKinnon on the slot. Shot. It bounces up, and Vegas will clear. The power play is basically over. Colorado's looked more dangerous than Vegas's for sure. They did get to have their second unit go out both times for about a minute each, but Nathan McKinnon has a 6-game goal streak, tied for his career long. It's in the playoffs. That's crazy. Good for him. I do not like Nathan McKinnon at all. Like when it comes to Avs players, him and Nichushkin are the two that I cannot at all. But Nick Waugh, Brock Nelson, heck, even Brent Burns, Shark legend, Landeskog, Parker Kelly is fun to cheer for. Like, I'd 100% be happy for Nick Waugh, but will not let that exist in my brain now that I've said it out until uh, the end of this round. Ohtani hit a leadoff home run before starting his league-leading ERA pitching start. Dowd, shot, it's blocked. Logan O'Connor will have it, and gets it up to Drury. Jack Drury. I can't say that, his name. Drury. Icing on Colorado. Hey everyone, thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, I'd really appreciate that. It's free, it helps me a lot, and I just would really appreciate that. Go, Knights, go. Oh geez, Manson into Wedgwood. Hurdle versus Drury on the draw. Theodore shot, and it's swallowed up by Wedgwood. It's Vegas' first shot of the period. It goes up, not down, Tyler. Right off the draw. Wedgwood just got punched in the head by his own teammate. Yeah. But he was pushed. Vegas used the force for that to happen. Everything was Vegas' fault. So I've been told. Hurdle gets kicked out of the dot. No, he just gets a warning. Hurdle versus Drury on the dot. Hurdle wins it. McNabb blocked. What a terrible shot. Too many pro abs friends in my circle for this series. It's great to hang out with you. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. There's another whistle and a fight between Sissons and Kelly. Not a fight, but like they're shoving. Looked like Sissons had grabbed a hold of his stick or vice versa. Oh man. It's hard because let's see, most NHL fans that I knew before Vegas came to town had a team that they cheered for, but it wasn't geographical for the most part. It was just random, honestly, based on like whoever they had the best memories with. The first NHL fan I really knew was a Red Wings fan. And then I lived in Vancouver, where everyone was a Canucks fan, although they tried not to care about the game at that point because Vancouver was not doing great. The tail end of the Sedin seasons. Here comes Colorado. Mac on the attack. Missed the net. And he gets taken down by McNabb. Goes by Malinsky. And Tays will grab it. I honestly still can't believe it's the third round. And Carlson, Dorofeev, shot. Blocked. Howden. Either they're halfway through a line change or Torth is doing some line shuffling. Nietzsche's. Because Carlson's out there with Howden and Dorofeev. Dorofeev and Marner switch. Kadri shovels it down, and Vegas will take it. Go, Knights, go. Manson behind the net. Avs in transition. Drop from Nichushkin to Kadri. The puck is loose. Out to Manson. Save. Wedgwood has been good positionally. Hart has made the harder saves. And there's more shoving. Yeah, he's been good. Effort, effort, effort. Oh, okay. Brock Nelson gets kicked from the dot. In comes Nick Waugh. Nicholas Waugh versus, and he wins it versus Dowd. Shot from the point. It's loose. Hart couldn't find it, but it gets back out to the boards. Our fourth line against their second line. Interesting. Dowd will shovel it into the corner. Burns to Waugh. Is that O'Connor? No. Josh Manson. Go. Nice. Watched every game be decided by one goal. Oh, man. Colorado's been the better team for a good, last 10 minutes. Ugh. Vegas hasn't really generated any chances in that time span. Drury. The one shot that Vegas has is Theodore right off of face-off from the point. Tays. Back to Malinsky, and it skipped over his stick. All the way back to Wedgwood. Here comes Nietzsche. Pulls up. Shovels it up. McNabb. Barbashev. Theodore. That's technically another shot for Vegas, but it wasn't a chance. Vegas is going to have to do something to get going here. Let's go. Defending with 0 time spent in it. Yeah. Wall with the Avs is so funny. Man. Listen, I love Tomas Hertl. I never thought I'd say that. Knowing what I know now, in the trade for Marner, keeping Waugh and sending Hertl might have been a better bet. Hopefully, Hertl makes me eat those words. I would love nothing more than a Hertl sandwich to eat those words, but it's oh, man. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it. Yeah, Alex, if you wouldn't mind, stop sending the same thing over and over. I would appreciate that. I don't know how to. I appreciate the energy, but let's not just send the same message over and over about the Golden Knights. I want them to go so hard, too, right? That's my goal. That's what I want to see. Scott Wedgwood won the cup with the Avs or the Lightning. That's nuts. He handed it to John Cooper. Man, I'm frozen. I'm so sorry. Maybe I was just staring at the screen. Well, Vegas is in the offensive zone. McNabb shoveled it backhand, missed the net. Now he's back on the point. Theodore slapped, and it's caught. I didn't start the clock. 5 teams. He played for Arizona, I remember. Dallas, I remember. I don't remember New Jersey, Nashville, and then, of course, I remember Colorado. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, let's go. Mitch Marner. Yo! Brett Howden. Wow. That's Vegas' best opportunity of the game. Colorado ices it. Wedgwood's best save of the game. Wow. He has Princess Peach on his mask. Oh, my son's going to love that. That's unfortunate. Marner found a way to get it through 3 abs, basically. And Wedgwood just tracked it the whole time and was able to be there to stop Howden on the other end of the ice. Man. I don't know what that emoji is. I can't see. Shots are 17-15 in favor of Colorado. So far, a goalie battle. Oh. Yeah, he read that so perfectly. Man. Here comes Colorado. Shot, but saved. And back out into the slot. The pass got broken up. It was going to make its way to. Oh, geez. Brock Nelson. Kulak sends it up. Here's Nick Waugh. He dropped it, but then Kelly, I think, just biffed it, and that'll ice. Axes, yes. Okay. It's on. I cannot. I don't know, man. Um, yeah, no, that's fantastic that you're getting that part. That's really, really good. I um, I love. It's I don't know how to stop this psychological thing where I order something and then the very next day I'm looking in the mailbox, even though it's not like gonna come for another like week and a half. The compulsive desire to check the mailbox. What events was that in? The gold medals for the Special Olympics, the Utah track and field. I'd love to know what events those were in. Nietzsche's from McKinnon. It rolled off of his stick into the corner, but Colorado's on the attack. Dorofeev backed it to Landeskog, but it went out. Offsides, and Nietzsche's tags up finally. But Vegas Barbashev will try to get it deep, but Burns clipped it. Drury. Malinsky winds up. Icing, not tipped in by Colorado. The advertisement for the quest for the cup shows just Buffalo right now, which is so funny because they just got eliminated. And there's new episodes after each round, right? So you'd think that they would have had time to update the ad at all to pick any of the other four teams that are on, especially when they had a lot of time for Carolina and then these two. But they wanted to focus on Buffalo, and I get why, but at the same time, like it's just unfortunate that Buffalo didn't move on. Wedgwood will cover. Uh, 50 metal and 100 metal in shot put. Hey, that's awesome. That's really, really cool. I am the closest metal that I would at all get would probably be from running a half marathon, which I'm trying to do for November. Oh, hence me needing to drink more water today after I ran. Drury got kicked out of the dot. Parker Kelly comes in versus William Carlson. Carlson wins it, but Ben Hutton kept it on for just barely. Carlson has the puck behind the net. Coglin wide. Howden. Oh man, Marner wasn't ready for it. Howden created a turnover in the offensive zone, passed it back to Marner, and it just went by him. Here comes the Avs the other way. The Avs are really good at cycling the puck. They just know what the game plan is. All of them do on the ice, um, which helps them keep possession as much as they have had it. Halfway through the game, halfway through the second, I feel like we're just waiting for something to open up, right? A 100 miler, Minnesota, St. Paul. I hate running, and I'm forcing myself to do a half because I think it'll help me be healthier. and Uncle Eric, love you, miss you too. Lil Eric, hey, how's it going, man? I hate running. Yeah, no, it's rough. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to get my water. I will be right back. I'm literally like it's right there. I'm just gonna go grab it. Grabbing water. Ugh. Favorite food that I like. I'm a sucker for pizza. um, it's also like I'll ask my kids what they want for dinner, and the first thing my son says is always pizza. Doesn't matter if we had it yesterday. Doesn't matter if we had it whatever. He's like that's the first thing he wants, and so um, but I make this barbecue potato chicken skillet that I really enjoy, where it's chicken potato wedges that I've like cooked in the oven that I make out of a potato with red onion. I could probably add some other vegetable. I just haven't yet with barbecue sauce and cheese, all just mixed together in a pot. It's fantastic. There's also this pasta dish that I really enjoy making. Um, it's like a creamy tomato pasta. good. That's awesome. New Orleans a few years ago for New Year's. The food was so good. Alligator, Poise, gumbo. I've had alligator once, and it was when I was in Daytona or Cocoa Beach with my family when I was like 10. And the only thing I remember about it is that it tasted like dry chicken. From my experience, the one time I had it when I was 10 and didn't really know what food was. So, oh boy, Carter Hart gloves it. It was a shot from before the red line, but he'll stop the play. Vegas has got to take advantage of this game. Um, Not having McCarr is huge for the Avs, so we've got to really capitalize. I do feel like as soon as one goal happens, the floodgates are kind of open. Colorado whiffed. Kadri, Barbashev, Eichel. It's still loose. Colorado will get it. Nietzsche drops it. Nietzsche just looks for McKinnon every time he's on the ice. Eh? I mean, I probably would too if I played on the same team as Nathan McKinnon. But favorite candy. I am a sucker for beautiful pass from Dorofiev. Barbashev catches it and waits for Eichel. I really wish he would have just tried to take a shot there, but he tried to just shovel it down into the crease. Um, I like Sour Patch Kids. Chocolate based. The old Butterfingers. They changed the recipe or something. They're not as good now, but um, Hershey bars with almonds are also really good. Sour Patch Kids, 100%. Yeah. Um, I yeah. The Nerds gummy clusters are really good too. Um, Beignets. I can't remember eating them. I have no idea what they're like. It skipped over Ben Hutton, so now we've got a forward and a defenseman back on a 3-on-2. Kadri skates up with it, sends it backhand. Kulak has it. He's playing deep. Back to Burns on the point, shovels it. It's loose. Vegas will. Ben Hutton shoveled it over into the ref's feet, but Vegas comes away with it. Avs just assumed he wasn't going to have it, I guess, and left. Marner lost it. Colton, Nichushkin shot wide, and it's out of the zone. Sod was rushing over there, but Kadri dove to hit it out of the zone. Ice cream sandwich? Yeah, I mean, any ice cream sandwich is good, right? Um, Favorite type of ice cream? Coglin. Yes! Let's go! Dylan Coglin! Let's go! Dylan Coglin, first goal? Are you kidding me? Let's go. Oh, that's huge. Sissons over to Sod. Sod to Coglin in the slot. Fires it. It went 5-hole through Wedgwood. Wedgwood's going to want that back. Ray Ferraro's talking about it right now, but Coglin is the only Vegas Golden Knight defenseman that has a hat trick. He scored his first, second, and third career goals all in the same game and losing effort. But oh man, his first career playoff goal in his fifth career playoff game. I'm so glad we reacquired him this offseason. I have always had a soft spot for that guy because he sims well in franchise mode. Um, this, and he would always get up to like I don't know, back in NHL 22 or something. Um, What a decision from Torts to call him up and keep him in the lineup since Lauzon went down. Icing. Oh, Lauzon. Sorry, I don't speak French. Colorado has 21 shots. Vegas has 16. Oh, terrible goal for Wedge. Ben Hutton is literally at the bench facing the players when the goal goes in, and the bench erupts, and then he like immediately looks back and goes, "Huh," but he was gassed. That was so funny to see. Golden Knights are 5-1 when scoring first in the postseason. The one loss was what against Utah? Malinsky from the point sends it wide. Kolzar shuffles it around. McNabb will grab it. Oh, let's go. I feel like obviously there's still so much time and the Avs are a dangerous team. But getting a goal just feels like a weight off my chest. I didn't score it. I don't know why the emotional attachment that I have to this team. Um oh boy. It also means that Vegas is 3-3 when allowing the first goal, which is not nearly as good as 5-1. Go Knights, go! Dylan Coughlin with a goal in the 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's go! Oh, he's from Duncan too. Duncan, BC. I know that area. Skipped over Kulak's stick, but Burns was there. Colorado's in the offensive zone and they're control and play right now, but there's a stoppage for played with a high stick. Or no, Anderson got high sticked. Colton Anderson. Yeah, dude. I don't know. He literally shoved Anderson and then kind of like his hand went up into his face. So Vegas, oh, with a power play after going up 1-0 against the Colorado Avalanche. A little less than 6 minutes left to go in the second. They're going to go to commercial, which means we're going to come back. Vegas is going to be on a power play, and hopefully we can. It's not doubling our lead, but like you know what I mean. It is doubling the lead because we're up by one and make it by two. That's double. Oh, oh boy. I am in awe that Dylan Coughlin was the first goal of this series. Let's go. I cannot believe Dylan Coughlin scored first. Have to take advantage of this power play. You'd think. I don't know that they have to. They have to make it look dangerous. They have to keep Colorado on their heels and just use this time wisely. It would be nice, 100%. We need to do better than one shot attempt on the power play, as Ray Ferraro is saying so eloquently. But against Colorado's penalty kill, it's going to be huge because they're the number one in the league, at least in the regular season. Hurdle gets kicked from the draw, despite the fact that everyone went to go because refs like to fake drop the puck. Eichel comes in to take it. One of the benefits of having so many centers, as Colorado could also tell you. And it goes out off the glass. Oh, boy. See, I just want a good game on Friday for my kids to see. I shouldn't be talking about the next game already. Avs got the face off and they controlled it. They sent it down deep. Vegas is reloading right now. Theodore drops it for Eichel, who streams in, skates in, gets it deep, shoved by Manson off the puck. Taves gets it out. Hurdle gets it to Marner. Marner makes a good move. Back for Dorofeev. Yeah! Dorofeev from Mitch Marner. Let's go! What a play from Hurdle to get it to Marner. Marner's hounded by O'Connor, and even though he's doing it, finds it perfectly to send it back into the slot for Dorofeev, who was not at all attacked by Burns, and you take that. And he puts it into the back of the net. Is that 5-hole again? No, it was just short side. Nothing Wedgwood could do on that one. Fantastic. Fantastic. Although, I've seen it before. Vegas can take a lead and let off the gas. They absolutely cannot do that. Pavel Dorofeev is going to get paid this offseason. That's his 10th of the playoffs. Oh my goodness. I am. Favorite movie. Um, Hold on. Marner leads the NHL in scoring in the playoffs, and a bunch of people, especially out east, are saying it doesn't count because it's against weak competition. They're like, hey, Marner doesn't perform in the playoffs. Well, he does, just not in games 5, 6, and 7. He is a literal master in game 6 for Vegas, both series. And then it's like, okay, yeah, but it's against weak opponents. Like, it's not going to happen again. Dude, the Mitch Marner slander is insane. There are legitimate, like, I don't get me wrong, Toronto needed to make a change, and Marner made the most sense, right? But he was not the issue. There are some other issues that come up with that Steve Dangle specifically has with like his dad, Marner's dad, and his camp that talks for him about a bunch of different stuff. But like, there's nothing really I can say on any of that. I don't know, man. I This dude took a little bit to adjust. to the West Coast, to a new team, to a new system, other teammates, but has been dynamite. That K's him. What is? I don't know what that means. Favorite movie might be a cliche answer. It's Miracle, about the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team. Um, I don't know. I never really like growing up. I don't know. Mom, correct me if I'm wrong. uh, I don't remember having like a favorite movie growing up. It was Revenge of the Sith for a little bit, the Star Wars Episode 3, and like I liked the Harry Potter series, but I would never like watch them on repeat. I don't feel like I like a lot of movies. The Back to the Future trilogy. I don't know. Here comes Lekkonen, 3-on-2. It's blocked by Coughlin. Dylan Coughlin is having himself a game. The pass on a 3-on-2 from Lekkonen was blocked by Dylan Coughlin. Probably already heard, but PWHL to Vegas is fantastic. I wish they had done like they do the tour, right, where they go to different cities, test out different markets. I wish they had done that with Vegas first, because I don't know if everybody shares my belief in that succeeding in Vegas. Well, I want them to so bad. Are you kidding me? I'm so excited. And if I lived in Vegas, like I would love going to see the PWHL. Hockey is hockey. It's my favorite sport. Like, and these women are so talented. Watching the U.S. team beat Canada was so Logan O'Connor robbed by Carter Hart. Windmill glove, very casual. Like Colorado's come back with a good shift, but defensively, Vegas has been able to do well. And here's the 3-on-2. Coughlin stuck out his foot at the perfect opportunity, and Lehkonen, Noah Hannafin dove, broke up the power of that shot a little bit, and gave Hart an easier time. What a fantastic defensive play from Coughlin and then Noah Hannafin. I think I don't. I a perfect name for the PWHL team in Vegas would be the Mirage, the Vegas Mirage, just because of like the colors and leading into the whole desert theme. Like I don't know what else they go with the Valkyrie, but like that might get confusing with I don't know because like they would be similar to like the Knights, right? Valkyrie is what I would assume, but like I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm super excited to see what happens there, and I want that team to succeed. Um, let's go over the Leafs cope cycle so far, starting the playoffs. Marner can perform in the playoffs. Literally, um, there's a post on Twitter from back at Christmas where just before Christmas break, Marner is interviewed because he has a good game, and after he was one of the stars of the night or whatever. In the interview, they ask him like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And he's like, "All I want for Christmas is a deep playoff run." And the comments in there are insane. And reading those and checking those receipts has been like one of the positive sides of Twitter for a Vegas fan. And so that was really, really fun to go through. Oh, okay. McNabb to Theodore. Sends it up. Carlson, partial break. Sends it. Oh, Kadri ran into his own goalie. Wedgwood. Here's McKinnon the other way. Shot. Missed it short side. Kulak on the point. Sends it deep. It's blocked. Carlson gets it up to Marner. Marner sends it up and out of the zone. Um, midway through the first round, doesn't perform. 5, 6, 7. Second round, won't do it again. Won't do it against good competition. Yeah, all those yes you were saying. Keep my not so nice opinion. See, I like Steve. I like what they do at SDPN. I think their general message of sports are fun, and going about it the way that they do is really good. And they grow the game, and that's what I want. As I want hockey to be. Oh, geez, penalty on Vegas. Tripping Nick Dowd, our fourth line, back at it. Nick Dowd, another penalty. That one I can't really blame him for. There was a bunch of bodies and the puck was loose, and they're just all trying to dig at the puck, and he got his stick, and it's not Dowd. It's Ben Hutton. One movie from my childhood I remember watching a bit was the Rugrats Go to Paris, I think, with it was an orange VHS tape. um, I like what they do there. I listen to their stuff, and it helps me be more informed about what's going on in the East because that's all they watch over there, which is fine. Like I get it, living on the East Coast. If my team wasn't on the West Coast, it would be a lot harder to follow along with what's going on. But um, some of their takes I just flat out disagree with. Like Jesse's take about a hat trick not counting when it's um, once you've scored four, it's no longer a hat trick, so it eliminates the hat trick, which I think is dumb. But I don't know. I I I I think that they're able to also take disagreements about um, hockey, which has been nice, and they have to kind of, especially because there's three of them, play the devil's advocate when it comes to Vegas a little bit. Is that the end of the period? Yeah. Okay. The puck was loose. I wasn't sure if they were calling another penalty. There were a bunch of bodies that hit the ice. The Golden Knights are 6-0 when leading after the second period with the most wins in the NHL. This is the first time I think Colorado's been trailing in the after the second period. So we'll see. Um, Oasis, similar, yeah. I Mirage, Oasis, green. Yeah, the color scheme is definitely not the best when compared to the rest of the league, but I really want to see what jersey designs they're able to come up with using it because that's really the part that matters. The color scheme might not be great, but as long as it looks good on a jersey, that's really all that matters. Slytherin type look, yeah, maybe. Oh, 100% a dive. Are you talking about the trip? I didn't really see a replay of it, so it could have been, but Avs will do anything to get a competitive advantage. What a shame that Vegas would do such a thing. Saad is allergic to scoring, loves getting assists, which is interesting because he had 7 goals and 1 assist in that playoff run back in 2021. Dude just constantly was making plays to score goals and did not have assists, but like Vegas, like what are his stats? Hold on. Brandon Saad stats playoffs. Not in the career, just this playoffs. One of his nicknames, according to Hockey Reference, is the Man Child. Okay. um, this playoffs, Brandon Saad has 2 assists now in his 4 games played. Last year he had 2 assists in 8 games. Yeah, I don't know. That one year was more of an outlier year, I guess. The year that Chicago won the cup with him back in 2015, he had 8 goals in 23 games. And the year before he had 6 with 10 assists. So I don't I don't know. That's crazy. Back in Yeah, Jesse's bias has been quite evident recently, quite harsh towards the Knights. Yeah, I feel like he a lot of the time had to play devil's advocate when it came to arguing for Vegas, and then recently, especially with the Bruce Cassidy stuff, which if you guys want to talk about, we can talk about. With the I don't know what other controversies have we been involved in recently. Not allowing No, that is the Bruce Cassidy stuff. I don't know. I think it's kind of flip flopped a little bit. Yeah, and you just know that if Toronto ran the organization the way that Vegas does, in the pursuit of winning, they would be all for it, right? And that's the thing. Most NHL fans do not agree for some reason. I don't know, man. I don't know where my chat went. It just disappeared. Am I still live? I don't know what just happened. I spelled finish wrong when I was typing out my tweet. Um, I'm still live, right? Blue and silver colors would be good. Yeah, tying into the Battleborn, Nevada State flag, Silver State theme. But they released the color scheme, and it's like this like desert green. Okay, my chat is not coming up, so let me switch to a different thing. It's also skipping now, so that's fun. As soon as I open up another tab. Let me close more. It started skipping again more. Oh, sorry. You're good. Want to guess what the score is? 4-2.5. 4-2.5. It is 2-0. Oh, there's my chat. That's pretty much what I said, right? It's all coming in now. Vegas. I told you. You told me what? We didn't talk about this yet. Yeah, you said they were not projected to win, and that you didn't think they were going to win it either. That's not what I said. They probably will because it's going to make you keep your freaking mustache. The universe has decided that that's what I get. But if it's my price to pay for the last one, I would really love for this to be what happens. If they go, we win the Stanley Cup, and then I can feel better about you never doing it. Also, you need to return this box before it explodes. Yeah. It's already exploded. I can't see at all. Oh, Life just got back. Yeah, my chat, I don't know what's happening. Is the video is still working, right? And the audio is? I might just have to. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Cool. Well, intermission. Vegas is up 2-0 in the first game of the Western Conference Final. I did not think this is where we would be, and yet here we are. Oh, I put Josh Manson in on my fantasy team, which I don't know what that sound was. I had a sound go off. I really appreciate whatever that sound was. Thank you. Hello. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's go. Let's fight. Let's win. That Marner assist was so beautiful. and he gets shoved into the boards right after too. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully this loads back in and it's good to go. I really don't know what to do. I could just end it and try to restart it, but hi, hello, how's it going, Grace? That's new. I Because you definitely didn't comment earlier, so hopefully it's back online. Oh, yeah. Oh, Dorothea with 10 goals in his. This is his what, 13th game of the playoffs. That's insane, man. Ah, he really needed to show up this. Oh, excuse me. He really needed to show up this playoffs, and he has. He didn't at first. He needed a big game, and oh, what was it? Game 5 in the first round. He showed up, and it's been really really good. What are y'all thoughts about the Bruce Cassidy situation? I think it's funny. Hello, how's it going? Hey, Nick. For those of you who are unaware, um, Bruce Cassidy has Vegas' former head coach. And normally, when you are relieved of your duties by your club, you are allowed to go and interview with other clubs. And he said, "Hey, thanks. I really appreciate it." I am a little bit surprised that Vegas is up. To be completely honest, it's game 1 against the Avs at home, right? And the last time we had game 1 against the Avs at home, Colorado um dominated that game 7-1, right? Vegas had weird antics and all that jazz, but uh I'm thrilled that Vegas is up. Really appreciate it, Laughing Lion. Bruce Cassidy relieved of his duties, and they hire a new head coach, and like you can seek employment elsewhere normally. Vegas has denied permission for Bruce Cassidy to go and interview in places because technically they still, people cannot be owned. That's bad. They own his rights. They own his contract. They're still paying him. That's how head coaching gigs are in the NHL. And typically, what has happened in the past is other teams will let their head coach speak to another team because if they get hired by another team, then that team it will be then paying their salary. However, it's different because if the other team offers less money than what they were making, then Vegas would still have to cover the difference, right? Who had Dylan Coughlin scoring a goal? I did not. I didn't have him. As soon as I said, like as soon as I saw him in, and it was his first playoff game, I said, "Oh, 100%, I want him to score a goal. Like that would be, I want it for him. I want because he was in the Vegas organization for so long, and then we traded him as a sweetener for Carolina to take the Pacioretty contract. He goes to Carolina, doesn't play a ton, and then he goes to Winnipeg. Carolina trades him to Winnipeg, doesn't play there a ton, and then Vegas gets him back this season, and he was solid in the AHL. He usually is, and then he comes in the playoffs, and he's been decent. Like he has not looked out of place. And tonight, game 1, he scores the first goal in this series. It's insane. But back to the head coach stuff. Bruce Cassidy, relieved of his duties, not allowed to speak to teams because the two teams that we're told about that inquired about him are LA and Edmonton, which are in division. And Vegas, not caring about their public image, obviously, said, "Yeah, no, we're not going to let you interview for the position with those teams. We're in the playoffs right now, so we're focused on that. will talk to you later. And Frank Saravalli specifically made the distinguishment that it was not that they were denied permission, that they just did not receive it yet. Because Vegas is like, hang on, we're focused on this, even though there's more drama and backlash. Did Montreal win? Montreal beat Ottawa in the PWHL finals, the Victoire, which they have the best logo and, in my opinion, jerseys in the league. Their home jerseys are insane. 4-0. Are you kidding me? Congrats to the Victoire, to Marie-Philippe Poulin. That's awesome. Hopefully Vegas can win the Walter Cup here soon. But LA and Edmonton, and obviously we do not want him to go to Edmonton specifically because them being our most likely opponent in the Western Conference for at least McDavid's window, which is the next 2 years, would be detrimental to Vegas. And so then there were reports that he was denied being able to talk to Toronto. I ran with it a different way in the skit that I made that Dalton is referencing right now. That's a short that I put on my channel yesterday. And Vegas is getting so much crap for it, despite the fact that Vancouver is doing the exact same thing about their head coach with denying him being able to talk to other people and no backlash whatsoever. It's so funny. Any other team does something that's perceived as negative or anti-culture or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, whatever. Like, no big news. Vegas does it, and it's vitriol. I, I don't know. It's funny. I just think it's funny that oh, Vegas is good so far. Completely get holding back Cassidy from going to the Oilers specifically. 100% the Oilers specifically. I love Bruce. He brought us the cup, and the way that he was with media was so phenomenal. The way that he's able to dissect and explain the game in simple terms that other people can just understand is phenomenal. And him on the TNT panel is also just really like dynamite. I love it. And he's so good. That being said, heck no, I don't want to go to the Oilers. I would be fine with him going to LA. I just Anaheim would be tough. Because Anaheim's going to be a good team for the next several years. Like, I'm not looking forward to facing them. So, like, the team I'd least want him to go to would be Edmonton, then Anaheim. Then, like, I really wouldn't be happy for him to go to anywhere else. The Kraken, sure. I don't think they have the personnel to be able to work within Bruce's system. But am I in Las Vegas? I am not. I'm born and raised in Vegas. I left Vegas, lived in Vancouver, British Columbia for a couple of years, specifically Port Coquitlam. And then I came back and I lived in Vegas for a little bit. And then I went to school in Utah right as Vegas was getting their team. I knew that Vegas was getting a team. I was going to cheer from the day one. And then they went on that magnificent run and I loved Vegas before. Like, I loved hockey before. Then I liked the NHL starting back in 2009. Loved Fleury. Fleury was my favorite player, and then Vegas got him, and I was like, yes, let's go. And so having my favorite sport, the place where I grew up, that no professional sports before, and my favorite player all on the same team was a recipe for success, and I was hooked. It's been basically all of my fun money since then on this team. And then sometimes even a little bit more than that, unfortunately. But all within the means of which are acceptable. Uh, but I moved to Utah, and then I graduated, and I left Utah to go to Georgia, which is where I'm at now. And Utah gets a team the next year. So I left Vegas. Vegas gets a team. I left Utah. Utah got a team. As soon as I leave Georgia, I know Atlanta's going to be announced as the next expansion team.
Yeah, why do you keep leaving?
I don't know. All I know is that the next place we move to, if it has an NHL team, I'm set. And if not, that's fine. We'll figure it out. But as soon as I leave there, they'll be getting a team. So I don't know. I'm fine with him going to anywhere in the Pacific, honestly, except for Edmonton and Anaheim. like, don't get me wrong, like that's gonna be more painful, I guess, but like I don't know. Uh, and Toronto, I think, would also be a good fit. I agree with that. Atlanta Sharks fan. Hey, Sharks fan. That's awesome. I know we had our rivalry from the first 2 years that died off significantly after that. The Sharks are a fun team. Macklin Celebrini is a beast. And the funniest thing, they started the third period. I need to set up for that. Hold on. Reset time. Go. Not right click, left click. Colorado still on the power play. Landeskog gets into the zone. Sends it over to Nietzsche. It gets behind the net. Landeskog sends it back to the point. Taves. Colorado's controlling play. McKinnon. Have I mentioned how much I don't like McKinnon? Like, I despise Nathan McKinnon. Nietzsche sends it to the slot. It gets batted around, and Kadri ties up Carlson, which creates Tays missed the net. Landeskog gets control of the puck. Colorado, this is a dangerous power play. All these guys can score. Vegas now, VGK diehard. That's fantastic. I have no ill will with Sharks fans, especially because after 2019, like we had our cup, which definitely eased some of that stuff from that series. And there's a bunch of other positives that came from 2019 going out the way that we did. So like it's all water under the bridge for me. Seattle, Arizona, Vegas, Minnesota, lol. Like we're moving around. Yeah. Shot from Linsky is broken up. Ben Hutton, 2-on-1 the other way. Ben Hutton, shot, blocker, save, goal. Let's go. Brett Howden on the rebound. It's 3-0 against the Colorado Avalanche. President's Trophy winning Colorado Avalanche, who have lost literally one game in the playoffs. Brett Howden is got to be one of the most clutch players in Vegas Golden Knight history. Dude is a beast. Shovels it in. Really lucky timing for Vegas. 100%. Ben Hutton was coming out of the box at the same time that the puck came out of the zone towards him. And it's a good thing he shoveled it in too, because I think they would have called it a hand goal or whatever they'd call it. 9 in his playoff career before this postseason, and he just scored his 9th of this postseason. Brett Howden is been really fantastic these playoffs. Seattle Thunderbirds. Yeah. Seattle. Let's see. There's Blues Fan Reacts, Mason, who has a YouTube channel. He did really well his first year, and then he decided to not stick with it, which he still makes videos, and I love his content. I think he has a really objective take as a Blues fan on a bunch of different stuff. He was from Seattle, and the reason that he liked the Blues is because TJ Oshie was from there, and this is his story. He should tell it. But ever since the Kraken have entered the league, like they're Pacific Northwest, and that's where my wife is from, not Seattle, but she's from Portland. And my brother-in-laws were like brother-in-laws. They were like, yeah, Kraken, I guess, but now they're Mammoth fans, I guess. So that's fun. Just cheering for wherever sports is near them. Vegas has been up 3-0 before. They have blown 3-0 leads before. They need to keep their foot down. Let's go. Barzal was on that team too. Loaded team. Theo, yeah. Young Guns are killing it. BGK is making a big statement. See, the thing is, last game one, Colorado made a big statement. And I really don't want an inverse of that. But at the same time, like this is what Vegas needed to do, right? You gotta win the games in front of you. And I can't wait to just read the comments on how Vegas was super lucky, and the only reason they won this game was because McCarr was out and Abs in five. Those comments are gonna be so abundant. It's insane how much I can predict what Vegas haters will say because it's all the same. It's all the same recycled material, and it's out of play. Oh, pedal to the metal. Got to keep it down. Really fortuitous timing that Hutton came out of the box exactly when that happened, and Malinsky could not cover both of them. It was a 2-on-1 the other way. Coles are shaken up apparently. He tried to lay a hit on Kulak, hit Kulak into a ref, and according to Ray Ferraro, he's hurt or something. That's not good. Vegas's depth is already not as deep because we're having to play two guys injured. Yeah, 100%. I would say the same thing. I would think the same thing. Again, I'm going to say this every game. The only thing that matters, stats wise, is the win and the loss. Nothing else matters. Vegas could win 10-0, and it would not at all be indicative of anything going on the rest of the series. The only thing that matters. Ooh, good shot there for Nelson. I don't know how that made it through all the way to him, but Hart read it, and so still with 0 goals allowed. Um, the game-to-game stuff does not matter. The only thing that matters is the win and the loss. Just barely caught it with the top of his glove. Which is why, as a goalie, you always lift it up, is because as soon as it hits, you gotta make sure it doesn't go towards the net still. It's just the Avs and 5 stuff. The Avs and 3 comments from Ducks and Mammoth fan confuse me because, like, yeah, you could hate Vegas and not want them to advance, but like, wouldn't it look better for your franchises if Vegas put up a fight against Colorado? I don't know. What do I know? I'm a Vegas fan. Who's brand new to all this. 9 years. Can you believe it's been 9 years? You know, it takes people that long to get a doctorate. And Vegas, with as much playoffs as we've been watching, have basically had opportunities for this to all be. And any new fan, you should welcome them in, not gatekeep them. Man, hockey culture is weird. There are a lot of aspects about this hockey culture that I don't like. Oh, Sissons laid a hit. But, and unfortunately, gatekeeping is one of them. Maybe that's common amongst all sports. I just noticed it a lot more in hockey. Team is on fire. Maybe Smith finally getting in the lineup. If Kolzar's out, I mean, yeah. Although Riley Smith's not a fourth line player, so you'd put him in. Sissons goes down, back to the fourth line. And then he's going to get blamed for his line not producing, even though it's, sod. Oh. What in the world? Line shuffling in my head. Math is hard. Hurdle, I guess, and Smith. We've had more playoff experience than most fandoms in their entirety of their existence. And I will never deny the allegations of us being spoiled. We're 100% spoiled. And the only thing that Vegas fans do not know about hockey at this point is what it's like to lose. Yeah, especially because a lot of things that happen in hockey, people disagree with that are normal fans. Vegas just took one another out. Goal, Nichushkin, who is the second most hated Avalanche player that I have. Well, they break the shutout. Nothing's over till it's over. That was terrible timing for Vegas. They had both their players just ran into each other and fell down to the ice. Wow, she's pumped. There was a fan who was just screaming. Coughlin and Hutton just tripped each other and left him wide open, and Dorofiev couldn't really get around them to get to him in time. Didn't really try either, though. And Nichushkin just buries it over Carter's right pad. Oh, there's still plenty of time. Vegas allowed 2 goals again. Utah to score 2 goals in 29 seconds and 4 straight. Colorado can definitely come back into this. All it takes is one 5-minute major to allow 4 goals as well. Sissons, Hurdle. 13. It's so long. And I was saying this before Vegas scored. Like, this game has flown by. This period has been so slow. Get us out of here, please. Oh, Avs have the #1 offense in the league, both in the regular season and the postseason. Crowd's going to want to call on everything. Icing. They're going to get that, though. Like, every fan base does this, where they are asking for a call after pretty much anything that happens. And the only people that get called out for it are Vegas fans, because apparently everyone there is a tourist and doesn't know puck, right? Hart locked in, Makar out, doesn't help the Avs. The refs aren't calling an even game. Honestly, I haven't noticed anything egregious with the way that the refs have been calling it. I think a couple of the calls on Vegas have been soft, but like, I understand why the ref would make a call there. Calling it what they did was kind of nuts, but puck was out in the slot, dangerous play, and there's a broken stick. But Vegas is able to get that out of harm's way. Colorado's offensive zone time is just far outpacing Vegas's. They have 11 and a half minutes, and Vegas is 7. Vegas has scored. I mean, they're the third goal in transition. Turtling is not going to work. 100%. They need to. They need to keep their pedal to the metal. They need to keep going hard. Thank you all for being here. Just thought I'd say that again. I really appreciate it. This is fun. I have more fun watching games. I'm an extrovert, so being able to talk about the game with other people is just so much fun. I love it. My wife is awesome to talk to, and it's super fun to talk about it with her. Um, I love hearing multiple perspectives as well, though. Don't look at me like that.
It's not the same driving me insane.
But
I don't know.
I am so looking forward to watching Game 2 with my kids. Being able to watch a Vegas game relatively early uh, in the playoffs when it matters most. I'm just pumped for that, and I don't care if it's a blowout. I hope it's not, for their sake. Even if Colorado comes out on top, which I'm kind of expecting after this game, because all Vegas needs to do is take home ice advantage. If they win both, great. Not going to complain about that, but um, I just miss watching hockey with my kid. Like, I know we've been out here for almost 3 years now. But my son, he's 6, and so the first 3 years of his life, like, we watched a lot more hockey than we have the last 3 years together, and I just miss that, and I want my girls to see that as well. So I'm really excited for Friday. To imagine that we were up 2-0, they scored to make it 2-1, and then we responded to make it 3-1. That would be better. What is that black box? Is that visible? No, that's on just my screen. Okay, cool. Just to watch hockey at a normal time. Yeah, no, that would be nice. I miss. Oh, thank you, Smith. Missed the net. Cole Smith. Vegas had kind of an odd man rush, but broken up. Nietzsche's shot wide. Vegas is able to clear. It does feel like Vegas is on their heels a little bit, which is not good. They need to keep attacking. Go Knights, go. Um, yeah, I feel for any hockey fans that are living across the seas because, oh boy, it's rough. Watching sports on the West Coast is so much better than the East. Um, and this is true across all sports. The fact that like there are football games that end close to midnight now is so weird to me. Like I'm so used to them ending at like 9, 10, and being able to go to bed at a normal time, even though I didn't do that anyway because I hated sleep. McKinnon is so fast. Like I do not like the guy at all, but he is such an incredible hockey player. Should probably add the shots. Walensky battling for the puck. Eichel gets it out. 3-on-2 if they can hurry. Walensky, really good defensive play to knock Eichel off the puck. Walensky was injured. I didn't include him in my previews because I kind of forgot he existed. No offense to him, he was just injured and I didn't see him on the roster. So my bad. But he's been solid tonight. There's nothing he could really do on the 2-on-1 the other way. But puck is loose. Hart covers. Vegas are on their heels. They need to start locking it down and be able to clear the zone a lot better than they've been doing. Good tip from Colton, but Hart makes a stop. Yeah, kept it from going 5-hole. Just good positioning from Vegas' goalie. There's still half this period left. Why has it felt like so slow the last 3 minutes? As the rounds go on, it's got to be flagrant. The refs aren't going to decide the game, which I understand, but also like, aren't they kind of deciding the game by like not calling stuff too? This is one of the takes that the Steve Dangle podcast has that I agree with is that the teams that turnover Vegas in the offensive zone immediately give it away. They pounce back on it. Colorado's still fighting for it. They're not really doing much with it. Vegas is just kind of holding it there, which is good. You need that. Keep spending time in that zone and they'll hold on. But like, hey, how's it going? Go Knights, go. Then historically, the Bruins, Brad Marchand would get away with so much stuff. He was a rat, right? And then he'd like do his thing and then walk away, skate on by. And the teams that do that and the teams that do stuff that is illegal in the regular season that don't get called are getting away with it and it's wearing down on the other team, right? And so by not enforcing the rules of the game, which don't typically change, like the rule book does not make a difference or a distinction between the two parts of the game. It's just part of hockey culture. Um, like that leans into the favor of the team that does more stuff that's technically illegal, whether or not it's called, right? They called holding for a mild cross check. And I get that. That one was bad. I understand why the ref called something like it wasn't holding. He like kind of cross-checked him a little bit down, but like Malinsky had the puck. It was Malinsky, right? I don't. And Barbashev just kind of gave him a shove, which is typical in playoff hockey, and they called it for cross-checking because the dude fell down. I don't know. I understand why they called it in the moment. Calling it holding was just flat out wrong, but in case anybody's wondering, I'm an off-ice referee for the SPHL now, the Southern Professional Hockey League. My team moved up from the FPHL, the Federal Prospects Hockey League, which welcomed it's a Southern League on the East Coast that welcomed 2 California teams. It's a single A minor professional hockey team that is going to have to travel somehow to the West Coast. I don't know, but yeah, Mark Stone was injured in Game 3. We haven't had him for this is the 4th game in a row. Thankfully, Vegas has looked good without him, but think about how much better we would have looked with him. And to beat this Avs team, I know we're up 3-1. To beat this Avs team, Vegas is going to need to be great. You know, Wedgwood's mask has Princess Peach and Princess Daisy on it. Logan's going to love that. And part of me kind of hates that because it's the other team's goalie. But that's fine. I know. They're going to have to wait an extra second as they put that second back on the clock because the ref wanted to do a fake puck drop that didn't actually count because it bounced wrong the other way. Now they're waiting for the production team to, and now they're good to go. Seeing all those minor stuff that I definitely saw more because I'm an off-ice referee for my league. Off-ice means that I'm like just not on the. I'm not one of those referees. I'm more stat keeping than anything. It has been super fun, super eye-opening to a lot of the like smaller parts of the game that I just wouldn't have noticed even like as a player. Here comes Colorado. Nick Waugh. You need to get younger too. Do we re-sign Stoner? I do think we re-sign him. He's the captain of our team. Like Vegas is ruthless, and I can see them not. Like I would not be surprised by either way at this point. But I feel like we re-sign him, especially if the cap hit is lower. It cannot be for the same 9.5 or higher, even though dude probably deserves it skill wise. He is point per game, like one of the tops in the league this year, right? Um, Dude was a monster this season, but because he was injured for a decent portion of it, it was largely underreported, underappreciated, underrated. But when he was in the lineup, Eichel turnover because he tried to backhand sauce it and did not get enough on it. It came out of the zone anyway. This is what Avalanche's 30th year after they were gifted a franchise from Quebec. Sorry, I hear so much slander about how Vegas was gifted a franchise that it just baffles me coming from Colorado fans. I know expansion and relocation are different, but like, and then they instantly won the cup. I don't know. If we're able to re-sign Stone, let's see, how old is he? Because he's got one more year in his contract after this, right? Mark Stone, Puckpedia. Sometimes I miss cap friendly. Stinking Capitals. Yeah, he's got this year and next year he will expire, and his expiry status is UFA. He'll be 35. If he has another season next year like this year, oh, I did not stop the clock, where he's productive, super productive, but injured, like you sign him, but you sign him for a smaller cap hit. Oh, geez, that did not look good. Who was that went into the boards? Howden? Howden went straight to the bench. That's not good. He fell and just slammed hard into the boards. Cole Smith feathers it down deep. The other way. Kolzar. Kolzar's seemingly fine. At this point, players are going to be playing through things. They could be hurt. One of my favorite lines from Shorzy is, "Are you hurt or are you injured?" Because there's a difference, and hockey players will play through stuff that other athletes wouldn't dream of playing through. Good and bad. Like, I don't think that sometimes they should. But hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him. Malinsky, he falls, and his feet go first in the boards. Yikes. He screamed in pain. That was not good. Yeah, okay. I know what that feels like. Man. There's a possibility Mark Stone retires, and I get that. But dude, he could still play at an elite level. And if that's the case, like re-signing him to just like a one like year by year basis, I think would be fine. And I will always maintain the argument, like, you can't regret history and you can't deal in hypotheticals. But Mark Stone, if he was completely healthy his entire career, he would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. If he retires, it'll probably be his number in the rafters first, right? Go Knights, go. I don't know. I don't want to think about the offseason yet. He says after talking about the offseason for 5-10 minutes. Nathan McKinnon has been very limited so far tonight. He only has 2 shots, and shots on goal at least. Three to one. Less than 6 minutes left. Yeah, I got to focus on winning. I keep wanting to talk about it because I find it interesting and stuff that I definitely want to talk about, like Dorofiev's contract and what we're going to look like with all these other things. But, like, got to focus on the now. It's going to be, oh man, I might actually be able to be in bed by midnight. That's crazy. Should probably update the shot counter. It's 33 Colorado to 26 Vegas. Bless you. What? Oh, no, she's laughing. Never mind.
That was good.
I will say I am super happy for Landeskog. Dude fought through injuries to get back. Check Oklahoma City Thunder game. I do not follow the NBA nearly as much as most people do. Scoreboard. 107 and 97. I do know Wemby. Right now my 10 with 11 with like 6 minutes left or 10 minutes left. Vegas. 5.5 minutes left. Vegas is up by 2 against the Colorado Avalanche. Barbashev almost steals it from Malinsky to be able to get it towards the net, but held on. Malinsky did. Here's McKinnon, driven wide by Hannafin. It's blocked shot chance for who was that? Lehkonen, and it's out of the zone. 5 minutes left. Time is agonizingly slow. Looks like Howden's back out there, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign. No icing. Puck did not make its way all the way down. Marner intercepts. Sends it deep, slightly off the net. The goalie did not need to make a save there. Blocked wide. Theodore back to collect. Shovels it. And it's kept in by Colorado. Kadri. Kept it in. Nietzsche's broken stick on the shot attempt. Marner's been out there for a while, so he'll just shovel it into the corner. He's staying out there, though. Dowd sends it around. Here comes Colorado the other way. Dowd for Hannafin, but Anderson gets there. They're just clearing the zone. They're just keeping it into the neutral zone. 3.5 minutes left. This one? Oh boy. Thanks. Love you. Good tie up from Eichel. No penalty? There's a penalty on that. I need to see replay. I'm not going to say anything. I need to see replay. High sticking to Shea Theodore. That's on the follow through. What are you talking about? That's on the follow through of a swinging motion where he makes contact with the puck. Okay, Wes McCauley. Oh, okay. Okay. The time for the power play is going to be off because I didn't realize that there were 5 seconds more on the clock than when I had on my scoreboard. Colorado's got a 2-minute power play. They immediately pull Wedgwood. I mean, Theodore made contact with his face, but it was on the follow through of where he's trying to hit the puck out on a follow through or wind up, and the typical shooting motion is completely not high sticking. Oh, but I'm a Vegas fan, so I don't know anything. I don't know puck. I've only been watching for 9 years, including basically an extra 3 in the postseason alone. What do I know? 2? Extra 2 years in the postseason alone? I don't know. They missed the empty netter. No icing because we're shorthanded. So they can just take as many shots towards the empty net as they want. Nietzsche found a really good lane to go in from pass from McKinnon. Are they going to call Eichel for a trip there on Kadri? Anderson can't get it all the way down. Tays broke up the. It wasn't going to the net anyway. Vegas makes the change. 2.5 minutes left. McKinnon. McNabb score. His first shot attempt is broken up by McNabb. He skates the frickin' jock out of McNabb somewhere up in the rafters. Finds a perfect pass to Landeskog because Anderson's not doing his job net front again. Defensively, this dude is such a liability. It goes off his stick over Hart's pad. Are you kidding me? That does not go in if it's not off of Anderson's stick. That's what, the fifth goal the Vegas defenders have put into the back of their own net this playoffs? One goal game, 2 minutes left. Icing. Well, you've got to be kidding me. Avalanche trailed 3-0 in Game 5 against the Wild. They scored late to tie it and went on to win in overtime, right? There's never in Stanley Cup playoffs history been a team that has crawled down from a 3-0 deficit to win both games, I think is what that stat said. Vegas will get the face-off. McNabb will clear it down. The net is empty again. It's offsides. If Carlson had shot that in while Marner was offsides, it would not have counted. One minute and 35 seconds left. It's out of the zone. Taves gloves it down. Back to Nietzsche's. Theodore over to McNabb. Can't get it out. Taves on the point. Over to McKinnon on the left. Back to Taves on the point. Back to McKinnon on the left. Landeskog in the slot. Vegas clears. No, they don't. Taves knocked it down. McKinnon shot. It's loose. Hart covers. Less than a minute left. You can hear the energy inside of Ball Arena. That's what it's called now, right? It's not the Pepsi Center. We need an empty netter. Freaking heck. Nietzsche's. My favorite part of Nietzsche's, they call the timeout, was when he played for the Canes. You could respell the word mark on the Canes to spell out Nietzsche's, and somebody did that on a jersey, and it was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen. I loved that, the Nietzsche's jersey, because it was Canes. I don't know. I thought that was so cool. But he wanted out because Carolina, I guess. And that would be fun. Not for me, objectively, as a hockey fan. Colorado versus Carolina, the both sides of the Mikko Rantanen trade. Ball Arena. Nick Dowd on the dot versus Brock Nelson. Biggest face-off of the night. Vegas wins it. And they... Eichel for the empty netter. Missed it. Yes! Nick Dowd! What a hustle, dude! I stopped looking at the screen because I assumed Colorado was going to jump on that puck. They didn't. Nick Dowd hustles up the ice after Eichel throws it down there, and he buries it, the dagger, to make it 4-2 against the Colorado Avalanche in Game 1. He outrushed the two Colorado players that went back, Taves and Malinsky, or Manson, Kadri, Taves and Kadri. Nick Dowd, worth every penny of that trade. Every single pick that we sent that way to Washington to pick up Nick Dowd, a fourth liner. It was what, a second and a third? Oh, so good. The goal for tonight was to win with the Avs not having Makar. Vegas really needed to step up and take advantage of the Avs not having the arguably best, if not top two, defensemen in the league. They go in, they steal home ice advantage. There's 20 seconds left. They're down by 2. There's technically still room for anything to happen. It's hockey. I've seen them allow 2 goals in 29 seconds. Who says they can't in 20? Finishes the job himself. Wins the faceoff. Yes, exactly. He wins the faceoff cleanly. And then McNabb loses the puck behind the net, gives it over to the entire Vegas team, back to Colorado, and they have a chance. Eichel sends it down for the empty netter. Nick Dowd, literally. Oh my goodness, dude. Nick Dowd doesn't shoot it. He'll just feather it in. And the Vegas Golden Knights will win Game 1 of the Western Conference Final over the President's Trophy Colorado Avalanche. 4-2. Let's go. I would scream if my kids weren't asleep. I already probably was, so like what difference does it make at this point? Dismiss. I don't want a notification. I want to see what my heart rate got to. Oh, Game 2 is Friday. I will not be live streaming that. It's below 100, which shocks me. No doubt, Nick Dowd. This is what we wanted Anthony Mantha to be. Not a center, though, obviously. Nick Dowd was so under the radar, underrated pickup for the Vegas Golden Knights. Sealed the deal tonight. A beautiful assist from Mitch Marner to Dorofeev, who scored. Dylan Coughlin getting us on the board. The Vegas Golden Knights will win. Hold on. I'm going to do it on stream this time. Where is it? Where did it go? Where did it go? It is here. I have it. Victory Flamingos, guys. Let's go. Thank you all so much for being here. Colorado's first loss at home of the playoffs. Their second loss in general in the playoffs, and it's the third round. Vegas is now less than halfway win-wise to the Cup. Huge game from Hart. I want a Game 2 now. If we have to watch Montreal Canes tomorrow, bleh. Oh, boy. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for talking along in the chat. I really love that's my favorite aspect of live streaming is seeing and talking with all of you live during the game. It's so much fun to get to talk hockey with other people. I love it. If you're an Avalanche fan, sorry. Kind of, not really. I will, no. Sorry, it's rivalry. We have to keep it that way. I would hope the roles were reversed. You would not be sorry at all for Vegas losing. I know that that's what the case would be. Let's go. Let's go. No live stream on Friday night. I'm watching it with the kids. That is my night dedicated to my family. My son's last day of kindergarten is Friday, and so he can stay up as late as he wants. I don't care. That video might be late because of that. So look for it on Saturday, the review of Game 2. I'll probably mention this as well in my review tonight. But what a game. Thank you all for being here. Great start to the Western Conference Final. Thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you. Everyone, let's go. Go Knights, go. That's going to be it for today's